What's up, Taiwan? I'm Jaime Ocon with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Now, Taiwan's facing a shortage of doctors who specialize in children and childbirth. John Ventres takes a look at how a problem driven by Taiwan's low birth rate and tough working conditions could force people to travel abroad for care.
Dr. Xie Zhangtang is back at his Taipei hospital for another day of caring for pregnant women and new mothers. He's been doing it for more than 40 years and has reached his 70s. But while other specialists his age might be eyeing retirement, Dr. Xie feels a duty to his patients to keep on. That's because there's a big problem in his field. Taiwan has one of the world's lowest birth rates, and that's made obstetrics and gynecology, covering women's reproductive health, as well as pediatrics, or the care of children, unattractive to new doctors. The conditions of these two fields don't help. Dr. Xie is on call 24 hours a day. Without younger replacements, the average age of specialists in these fields is now 57, making them the oldest doctors in Taiwan.
常常形容妇产科医师，尤其是产科医师，低附加价值、高风险、劳力密集、传统手工业。现在做这个事情，不完全是说为了要过生活，是会觉得自己还有这个能力。
But no one can hold on forever. Some doctors fear that in 5 to 10 years, Taiwan will have to hire obstetricians from abroad, and that children needing serious special attention may need to go overseas for treatment.
恶性循环，因为年轻人会觉得说，那我走这一科以后，我是不是一辈子都要这样？这个事情不会系之间的崩盘，10年的断层，那这些人离开，就算以后有新的医师上来，那他的经验的传承会有一些缺失。
The health ministry is rewarding a bonus of around $300 for doctors in tough fields after February's Lunar New Year, and pediatrics is on the list. But whatever encouragement that might be, the doctor shortage shows no signs of going away soon. Chris Ma and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Lawyers say they're concerned that Taiwan's new citizen judges are having their voices drowned out by career judges. Taiwan brought in a lay judge system at the beginning of 2023 to improve transparency in the justice system. Now, members of the public sit alongside career judges in court and together decide on guilt and sentencing in some cases. But the deliberations are confidential, and some lawyers believe that professional judges still have an outsized influence 1 year after the new system took effect.
目前有观察到的是，有其中某几件案件的法官，他的指挥性还是比较强大啦。日后可能在法制度上可以讨论看看的啦，就评议的绝对秘密性是否在法制上是要被监视的。
Just in time for the year of the dragon, artist Chen Fengxian has made a new gold miniature to add to his Chinese zodiac series. Yu Jinghuang reports.
A dragon sculpture that only comes to life under a magnifying glass. This is the latest addition to Chen Fengxian's Chinese zodiac series. A renowned master of miniatures in Taiwan, Chen has been creating these tiny animals for 6 years. Gold pigs, chickens, and goats. Each one represents a Chinese zodiac sign, and each piece takes months to craft.
这一件是 那个鸡的全家福哦，爸爸妈妈3个小孩，还有蛋壳哦，这件全家福的感觉很幸福。
But Chen says the dragon has been the most challenging yet.
有时候雕了龙须，雕好了，但是我雕龙角的时候，一转个所谓的方向，龙须碰断掉了，所以说一直的在失败，一直的在所谓的克服困难。
Chen has worked with miniatures for decades, having explored all kinds of unconventional mediums. He's used ants' heads and bees' wings, taking inspiration from a classic martial arts fantasy novel. But as someone who used to do engravings on Taiwan's banknotes, he particularly enjoys making portraits.
是往前梳的，有点飘逸的感觉啊，还有他的脸庞啊，大头大脸的那种感觉。
It's former U.S. President Donald Trump, carved onto this rice grain around the time he was elected in 2016. Chen says these portraits are a unique way to mark historical events, like these bricks, documenting Taiwan's just concluded presidential election.
我雕了3位总统候选人啊， 那这3位总统候选人呢，各有他的所谓的特色啊。
Having navigated a wide range of mediums and materials, Chen has high hopes for his gold series.
黄金是一个永恒不灭的素材。我从事艺术这么久了啊，那也想朝这个永恒的这个方向去打造出一系列的作品。
Miniatures don't get as much exposure as other art forms, but Chen says he plans to continue on his solitary path, challenging himself for as long as he lives. Patrick Chen, Pichi Zhang, and Yujin Huang for TaiwanPlus.
An elementary school in North Taiwan is welcoming one of its oldest alumni, a 90-year-old woman, back for a special reunion. John Ventriez has this story.
A reunion 8 decades in the making. Nishime Miyoko was part of this Keelung Elementary School's first graduating class in the 1930s. Taiwan was a Japanese colony at that time, and Nishima's family were prominent settlers, with her grandfather arriving in 1905. But these settlers were sent back to Japan after World War II and the end of Japanese rule. Now, Nishime is in her 90s and back in Taiwan for the first time since her family left. She and her family are still remembered around these parts. A statue of her grandfather on a fishing boat is a local landmark, and her old school hasn't forgotten her either. It's organized a homecoming, with current students giving her the VIP treatment. The visit brings back many early memories.
いつもよ、昼橋渡って半時間、帰りも半時間歩いて、全部沖縄の人が住んでいました。
And it's a big day for the kids, too.
第一次跟日本人这样子用着这么近的距离交流，我们的学姐回到我们的母校，我对她参观介绍，我也非常的开心。
As the last generation to remember this period in Taiwan's history passes, this visit too is itself a special moment in history, worth remembering. Luffy Li and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
A bear abandoned at a Ukraine zoo has found a new home in Scotland. Eric Gao has the story.
Getting a first whiff of his new home. This is Jaime, a 12-year-old Asiatic black bear. He was rescued from a private zoo in Ukraine after Russia invaded the country. He's now settling into his new home at Five Sisters Zoo on the outskirts of the Scottish capital, Edinburgh.
We weren't entirely sure if he'd be kind of experiencing something similar to like PTSD, but he does seem to be, from what I saw anyway, when he arrived, he seems to be quite confident, or a little bit more confident than we maybe initially expected. And he seems to be kind of taking like a duck to water up there. He's doing really, really well, which is a really positive thing for us to see.
Jaime is named after the town he was found in. Ukrainian troops discovered him there in late 2022, one of the last animals still alive in the menagerie. He was extremely malnourished and spent the last year recovering in facilities in Poland and Belgium, where he got back to a healthy weight.
When we first took in Jaime, was still a little bit shy, but not too extreme, because he was already taken in by our colleagues from Poland, where he could calm down a little bit. So, to be honest, the bear we took in was already quite calm, easy to work with, so that was a very big advantage.
Jaime recently made the trip from his recovery center to his new forever home in Scotland. Five Sisters Zoo specializes in taking in abandoned animals like him.
So we've been involved in quite a lot of rescue work in the past. So we've provided permanent homes for European brown bears that have been rescued, for lions that have been rescued as well. But Jaime is the first rescue animal from a war zone that we've worked with.
From war-torn Ukraine to the lowlands of Scotland, it's a whole new life for this Ursine refugee. Leon Lien and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with this footage of an aerobatic show put on by India's Air Force. I'm Jaime Ocon. Take care and see you next time.